Picture My Future Module 1. Introduction to Picture My Future.
Everyone wants to have a say about their goals and what they want to achieve in their lives. But sometimes people with disability find it hard to organise their thoughts and tell people what they want to do in life. Some people with disability find it hard to communicate verbally. They benefit from visual supports to tell people what is important to them. Using Picture My Future is a good way to help people with disability. It helps them to think more clearly about what's important to them and the goals that they want to achieve. So how does Picture My Future work? The person is asked to take photos of people, places and things that are important to them now and in the future. They can also collect old photographs, pictures from magazines and the internet, or objects. It also helps to show people a variety of other pictures. The person may identify additional pictures from the picture library. The person is then asked to explain why the picture or object is important to them and their future. The pictures are sorted and labelled to reflect the person's comments about them. The pictures are put together as a resource. This helps the person to explain their goals to others. The Picture My Future resource is used at the planning meeting. This adds to the information that the planner has gathered from family members, service providers and others to develop goals.
So now you've seen an overview of Picture My Future. We encourage you to explore the resources that can be found on this module. Picture My Future Module 2. Communicating with a person with disability.
Some people with disability may find it difficult to understand complex language. They may also have trouble expressing their thoughts and feelings verbally. Not everyone can understand and use language, but for those who can, the following tips will help to improve communication. Communication is a two-way process. It is your responsibility to do everything you can to make sure you are understood. You also need to make sure that you have heard and understood the other person correctly. Talk with the person in a place where they feel comfortable. Ask the person if they would like anyone to be present or not, and reduce any distractions in the room. Tell the person that information will not be shared with caregivers or service providers unless the person says it is okay to tell other people. Use everyday words that are easy to understand. Provide examples to help people understand abstract concepts and avoid using abbreviations or technical terms. Dates or times in the past and future might be difficult to understand, so try to use examples of events in the person's life instead. Who, what and where questions are easier than when, why and how questions. When giving choices, use pictures to help the person remember the options and limit the options to 2 or 3 choices. Use short sentences, one idea at a time. If asking questions, be observant. Try asking questions in different ways. Make sure to check that you have been understood and that you understand the person. Also, try using gestures, objects or pictures to explain what you are saying. Allow the person extra time to respond. Pause and give the person an opportunity to enter the conversation. Use repetition and summarise the key points at the end of the conversation. Ideally, you should not contribute more than half to the conversation. Reflect on whether that was the case, and ask yourself whether you need to revisit certain conversation points.
These have been some key tips about communicating with a person with disability. We encourage you to explore the resources that can be found on this module. Picture My Future Module 3. What is Picture My Future and where does it fit in the broader planning process?
People with disability have goals and aspirations just like everyone else. Like most people, they often require support to achieve their goals and to lead fulfilling lives. People often receive support from a number of different people and services. Sometimes they need funding to help get the support they need. Therefore, it is very important for people with disability to carefully plan their support arrangements. This individualised planning should always focus on the person and their needs, goals, and aspirations. Planning should include all the issues that are important to the person. Planning should be an ongoing process that involves reflecting on how things have gone in the past and then thinking about the future. As a result, the planning process may take more than one meeting. Sometimes developing a plan can take weeks or even months. A good plan will include people's likes and dislikes, what they want to do, what is important to them, who they want to spend their time with, and their hopes and dreams for the future. It is important to gather information from a variety of sources, including family and friends, support workers, teachers, health professionals, and other people with particular expertise. While it is important to hear from a variety of people, the person themselves often knows best about their needs and wants. Many people with disability will find it a challenge to organise their thoughts and express their ideas verbally. Using pictures is a good way of supporting them to talk about what is important to them. Picture My Future is a way of using pictures to explore what is important to people. This information can then be shared with the planner and others. Picture My Future gets people to take photos or collect pictures of what is important to them. Often, the person will find taking photos and talking about them to be a very enjoyable process. Using pictures can help the person organise their thoughts and give them time to think about what is important to them. The Picture My Future resource is shown to the planner. For the planner, the photos can provide a unique insight into what is important to the person and may demonstrate issues that might have otherwise been missed. The pictures help the planner to talk with the person and to write goals for the future. Image-assisted communication can be used in many different ways. Pictures can be used to help document the person's past. Pictures can also help the person communicate their daily needs. However, in this training, we are focusing on using pictures to support the person to think about and explore their goals and aspirations for the future.
So now you know how goal exploration using Picture My Future fits into the planning process. We encourage you to explore the resources that can be found on this module. Picture My Future Module 4, a step-by-step guide.
Preparation. Any person with disability can use Picture My Future. Before the first meeting, identify a support person who will facilitate the Picture My Future process. Make a time and place for the first meeting and check whether the person has access to a camera. Meeting 1. The support person meets with the person to explain the Picture My Future process. Talk to the person about Picture My Future and how pictures can be used to show things that are important for the future. Ask the support person to check in with the person every few days to see how they are going. The pictures that people use might be photos they take themselves or that they ask people to take for them. The pictures might also include photos that have been taken in the past, images they cut out of magazines or download from the internet. Check that the person knows how to use a camera and ask if they would like help with the task. Remind family members and support staff working with the person to offer help each day with taking photos or gathering other pictures as needed. Check in with the person every few days to see how they are going. Meeting 2. Exploring the pictures with the person. The person brings all of the pictures they have collected. Show them the picture library to identify additional pictures. Ask the person to describe each picture and make notes of everything they say about each one. Ask the person why they have chosen the picture and why it is important. Ask whether the person wants to order the pictures into groups. Work with the person to organise the pictures the way they want them displayed. Write a caption under each picture that reflects what the person said about it. Talk to the person about developing a Picture My Future resource, which is a collection of all their pictures. There are a variety of ways people can collate and store these pictures. However, it is important that the pictures can be accessed and used in conversation with those involved in supporting the person to develop their plan. No matter how the person stores their pictures, it is important to also record the conversation and the story that goes with the pictures. This is especially important where the person needs a high level of support to tell their story and where the meaning of the picture for the person is not clear from the picture alone. Meeting 3. Checking that the person is happy with their Picture My Future resource. Ask if there is anything the person would like to add since the previous meeting. Check that the person is happy with their Picture My Future resource and the things that it shows about them and their future. Explain to the person how they will use their Picture My Future resource to tell other people what is important for them, their goals and aspirations. Remind the person that they need to take it with them to their planning meeting.
This has been a guide to the Picture My Future process. We encourage you to explore the resources that can be found on this module. Picture My Future, Module 5. Using pictures to explore hopes and dreams.
Picture My Future offers people with disability a different way of exploring and recording their likes and dislikes, as well as their hopes and dreams for the future. Many people with intellectual disability have cognitive and communication difficulties, which make it difficult to talk about their goals and aspirations. Picture My Future can assist the person to show the planner what is important to them. The planning process for people with disability gathers information from many sources, including support workers and family, as well as case files and medical reports. While it is important to hear from a variety of people, the person alone often knows best about their needs and wants. Choosing pictures of people and things that are important to them or that they would like in their future can assist people to communicate more effectively. It helps people be more engaged and empowered by the planning process. At the end of the process, it can also provide the person with a pictorial record of important things in their life at that time. This resource can be reviewed and updated on an ongoing basis.
This module has demonstrated some of the ways that Picture My Future can be used to explore hopes and dreams. We hope that you have found all of the modules interesting and informative, and we encourage you to explore the resources that can be found on this site. We trust that you will find them useful as you implement the Picture My Future approach.